that, you know, out of something so horrible, that we can rise above it.
Coming to terms with the senseless. 32 people killed in last week's terror attacks in Brussels. 4 LDS missionaries wounded. And for those still serving there, some changes to keep safe now. Deanie?
Mike, somehow out of all of that, loved ones of those missionaries are finding hope. News specialist Andrew Adams spoke to one family tonight that has a daughter serving in Belgium. Andrew?
Deanie, this missionary is in Antwerp. That's about 28 miles away from Brussels. So from here in downtown Salt Lake City, 28 miles would be the north end of Lehigh. But when you're half a world away, that's awfully close for comfort, just that 28 miles. Still, you may be surprised by this family's perspective.
The Brussels airport, March 22nd. Confusion outside and inside, utter chaos, destruction, and death.
I woke up and I looked at my phone and it said, "Oh, I hope Tate is doing okay. My thoughts are with you."
Tate is Heather Chester's daughter, currently serving a mission in Belgium. And for Mom, that wasn't the kind of text she ever wanted to see.
I said, okay, something happened.
Fortunately, her daughter was nearly 30 miles away at the time of the attacks, but that unsettling feeling lingered.
I felt like a missionary is a missionary. Every parent that has a missionary out there that I have spoken with, we all feel it could have been our child.
Still, Chester says rather than living in fear, she's learned to trust. And affirmation
It was a letter to me.
came 6 days later in a note from Tate.
I just sat with tears in my eyes, just reading it, just tears in my eyes.
She learned that missionary work, now filled with safety precautions, was continuing, that the community and other missionaries were coming together to support those that were injured, and that her daughter,
She was so small and fragile.
had gone to the hospital to visit Sister Fanny Klain, who was hurt in the attacks. She sang as she played on this guitar.
She just said to her, she couldn't help it, she says, "God loves you, and there's angels all around you." And then the sister said, I know.
For Chester and her missionary, a lesson in how to find hope and peace on the darkest of days.
It just is the opposite of what you feel before, the panic, the rage, the frustration. But we have to just trust and move forward and take what we're given and make it beautiful.
Chester says her daughter's visit with Sister Klain was short. Apparently a high volume of visitors and people coming to lend their support. Just another sign of how that community has come together in the wake of such an awful tragedy, Deanie.
Andrew, she mentioned some safety changes for missionaries. What kind of changes?
Well, don't know that any of these were permanent, Deanie, but according to the missionary and her family, the first day, missionaries weren't allowed to leave their area, and then there were restrictions. Missionaries weren't supposed to go on public transit like trains, trams, buses, and then buses apparently at some point were made okay. This missionary is getting a lot of time on the bike.
All right, let's hope it normals out there for them and that they can stay safe. Thanks, Andrew. Mike?
Yeah, and what you